Welcome back. I'm your host, OZN, and we are with Opening Up. Where we last left off, we had creepy mannequins and doing all that stuff in a long conversation with Steven, and we just unboxied the key. So we're going to go do that. Because this game's getting creepy really quick, and especially with red light all of a sudden. Oh, of course it does.
Fuck. Did I see anything earlier that's thin enough to slide the key back out?
Yes, as a matter of fact, and I had made mention of it right before I ended the last episode, and it's in this room over here, and bam!
If I bend this coat hanger, I can grab the key I lost underneath the upstairs door.
Yes. Let's go do that. In the flashlight lit house. Something is definitely behind this door I don't want to see. A cell phone and 9:59. Can I close the door? No, I cannot. We're gonna do this again, huh?
Is this Hugo's phone? But Brandon said he was texting Hugo. I don't think he would be lying about that. Would he?
I don't think so.
Last message to Brandon he sent yesterday. What the fuck is going on here?
Right?
Huh? He was messaging Emma Anderson, but she claimed... She told me she didn't know the guy. And from these texts, it looks like they had been chatting for a while.
Time to do some detective
When did
work.
they start messaging each other? Not that long ago. This conversation is odd. She started off by randomly messaging Hugo asking to be friends, then just dumped a whole lot of personal interests onto him. Her initial messages seem so forced. It's almost exactly like her conversation with... It's exactly like when she was messaging me on the computer.
Which is odd.
I'm running out of time. What was the last thing Hugo said to her? For sure, look for me in the back. Lanky guy with a buzz cut. They were meeting up. These were Hugo's plans tonight. He was going to meet Emma.
Ooh.
That's gotta be it then. He was meeting up with her tonight, and maybe someone didn't want that happening.
Sam.
The culprit must have coerced Hugo, made him drink, and put him behind the wheel. They must have been riding in the car with him. I have what I need now. I gotta tell the captain about this.
And a phone call distracted me. Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, I literally crapped my pants. I crapped them. My head is pounding.
I got it. The last thing I need to break this case wide open.
Oh my god.
Slow down, Jonah. We don't know that there even is anything to break open.
Oh, but I do. This couldn't be more clear.
Right. Do you remember what I asked you, though? I needed you to find out what made Hugo leave the house tonight. Do you have that?
Yes, I do.
Of course I do. The reason why he left can be found on this. I found Hugo's cell phone.
In the house? Oh, he wouldn't have it on him if he was going out.
Exactly.
That is true. What's more interesting is his message history. He was gonna meet up with a girl he met online tonight. Someone named Emma Anderson.
I'll run his name in the system while you explain how this opens up the whole case.
For one thing, when I spoke to her, she didn't know who Hugo was at all.
You're certain you spoke to the same girl. She could have just been giving you shit, Jonah.
I don't know about that. Both mine and Hugo's conversations with her seemed eerily similar.
It's spelled eerily
Like it
wrong.
was methodic or something. Anyways, I figured that's gotta be it. Someone didn't want Hugo meeting Emma tonight. And whoever this person was coerced Hugo into drinking like a madman and driving.
Maybe it was Lily.
Oh, Jonah.
Spoilers! I don't know
Pretty
if that's
good
actually
job,
the case or
eh?
not.
Higher ups should be happy with what we've learned about this case.
No, they won't be. Results just came back for the search I did on that girl, Jonah. Emma Anderson is dead.
Uh-oh.
What?
And she's been dead for almost a week now. For fuck's sake, she doesn't even live anywhere near Barrington.
That's impossible. I was talking to her. Hugo was talking to her today.
You weren't talking to her, and neither was he. Probably some catfish who used the dead girl's information to make a convincing profile.
But everything else, about Hugo, I mean, it doesn't make any...
Makes damn clear sense to me, Jonah. Kid thought he was getting lucky tonight with this girl, and he thought he'd boost his confidence with a little liquid courage.
What is your
Got a little too
stance
carried
against
away
fucking
and
Hugo?
realized he
Like,
was
seriously.
gonna be late for his hot date. Got behind the wheel anyways because his judgment was impaired.
Wasn't
It's
fair.
not fair to Hugo to just dismiss all this and...
It's not fair. It's not fair. I'll tell you what's not fair. The fact that this fuck killed 2 other people tonight because of his actions, and you're still defending him. Your investigative skills are anything but fair right now. Got too hung up on this case, Jonah. You need to learn to detach yourself from these things more. I think you saw too much of yourself in this kid.
Doubt
You
that.
really wanted him to be a good guy in all this when he was anything but.
That couldn't be farther from the truth.
Oh, don't play fucking coy with me, Jonah. I see right through your shit. I know you hate living here, and that you've been looking to get out. The web history at work ain't exactly
Oh,
too
stalker
subtle about
much?
it. So you say this kid who has it all, right? Smart guy, big house, good friends, bright future. And you feel something for him. You feel bad that he's half dead, breathing through a tube at the moment. You feel like he didn't deserve the hand he was dealt. That whatever happened to him was in his fault. That it was someone else's. That he was unlucky. You didn't think for a fucking second that he did this to himself. That he reaped what he sowed. Like how we're having this conversation now because of your actions. You got too emotionally charged and didn't see the answer right in front of your fucking eyes. Look, it's been a long night for us both, Detective. But now it's time you finally drop it. You head home, get some rest, and I'll see you in the morning. And if you even think about doing anything fucking else besides that, I'll be
Fucking
taking
dick.
your badge.
forbid someone cared about this kid. Losing the love of his life like that? Being stuck in a shithole like this?
Tell me how you really
was
feel.
just doing my job. I did everything that was asked of me. More than everything. And I'm the bad guy. I fucked up. But Hugo... Am I really this blind? Could I have misjudged his character this much? Why would he cause all that pain? I am a man who lives by logic and reasoning and not abandoning your principles on a fucking whim. I need to find an explanation for this. If not for Hugo, then for myself. I just need one final push. Have I missed anything at all with this case? Is there something I haven't gone over? The department memo. The reason why I'm even allowed to be here in the first place. The captain told me we had free rein on investigating anything with unusual circumstances. Maybe this memo can tell me more on why that is. This... I'm not supposed to see this. Did the captain give me a different document by mistake? I bet the actual department memo wasn't anything like this. This looks like it was for the captain's eyes only. Sounds like everything has gone to shit. Leads should be reported to Dr. Serbs. Well, I do have a pretty big lead. Let's give them a call then.
Hello?
Dr. Serbs?
Speaking. Who is this?
My name is Jonah Clay. I'm a detective with the Barrington Police Department.
Stop right there. How in the world did you get this number?
I got a little
Another
document
creepy
here
voice.
talking about emergency procedures and numerous phenomena. It mentioned to forward any leads to you.
Calling me was a mistake. Goodbye, detective.
Click.
Please, wait. I'm all out of options here.
You don't even know what's really happening here.
I don't want to know either.
I know about the crime wave sweeping the nation. I know from that memo that things have apparently gone to shit at... Where was it you worked again?
You're in no position to be asking such questions.
Oh, yes, I am.
Regardless, I wouldn't be risking my career calling you if I didn't have any other choice. At least hear me out.
I assume you're calling about a case you're working on.
Well, duh.
Yes. I got a kid who's known for not drinking end up in a car wreck completely intoxicated. He was driving out to meet a girl who died a week ago. Furthermore, the kid's friends are getting texts from him, even though he's incapacitated and I have his phone right here with me. Please, help me, doctor. Nothing about this case makes sense to me.
There's usually a simple explanation for everything. And again, maybe you found something not quite so simple.
Mm-hmm.
In the interest of time, I'm going to give you a chance to see if this case relates to anything we might have on file. From what I can tell, there's a laptop somewhere in the lower level of the house you're in. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Wait, how could you possibly know that?
That's not important right now.
Yeah, it is.
What I'll do is remote into the laptop and give you a very restricted, low-level access to the query functions of our database. Take whatever it is you have tonight and enter it as search terms into the database. If you get a hit, we'll be in touch very shortly. If not, this phone call never happened.
All right. Any tips then? I have no idea how your database works.
Treat it as if you were establishing a modus operandi for a criminal. Boil down what you learned into short, but specific terms. Your access will be very limited, so you must be precise. I
Okay.
have other matters to attend to. I must go. Good luck.
Yeah, other matters at 10 o'clock at night. But whatever that little thing that came up the stairs at me, my God. Ugh, I did not like that one bit. Not one bit at all. But I assume it's the entity of the house. Like, for serious, get out of the damn bed. I keep clipping it every time.
Now, I need to rethink this case altogether then, if I'm gonna have any luck finding anything. Assuming everything that happened tonight was the result of one person, who is the most suspicious person involved in all this?
Sam.
Right. Emma claimed to not know who Hugo was, despite the fact that they spoke together and that they were meeting tonight. Now, if this was a serial killer of sorts, it would make sense that they would follow some sort of pattern. How did Emma start their conversations?
Oh, did they? I don't remember.
They introduced themselves in almost the same way, asking to become friends or something of the sorts. In both conversations, they then mentioned a whole lot of things about themselves, and followed up by wanting to learn more about the person they were talking to. In other words, this culprit.
Quotes.
Some killers operate on a set of rules, actually. They won't go through with the deed if the victim doesn't do a certain action. Let me check these phone messages again. Hugo and Emma were talking for a few days, but the messages are so mundane. Brandon was right about Hugo. Guy really keeps things close to the chest. Wait. The last message he sent tonight. For sure, look for me in the back. Lanky guy with a buzz cut. That's it. The rule that this culprit has is...
They can only attack at night. They only attack after the victim shares personal details.
That's gotta be the reason why the conversations were so similar. Emma was targeting Sam, too. Hugo's last text to her was the only personal thing he actually shared, and he got into his accident a few hours later. The accident. Despite everything here, I can't deny the evidence, though. The blood work showed that Hugo was drunk. There is no disputing that. At this point, it's such a stretch to even consider this being the result of someone plotting against Hugo. The fact that the reason behind the car accident was due to his blood alcohol level just means that...
A wizard did it. Oh, yeah.
Now's not the time to fuck around, Jonah. Come on. You know this.
Well, it's obviously not the wizard one.
You'd have to be a hell of a calculated psycho to plan that far ahead, to make these events seem like accidents. Never mind that now. There's one last thing I need to piece together. The captain said that Emma had been dead for nearly a week, yet both Hugo and I were able to speak to them. What's more is that Brandon said he was getting texts from Hugo, even though his phone was here in the house. Assuming this is a chain of events that started with the real Emma Anderson and then led to Hugo, the culprit must be...
Sam. An elite hacker. Oh, yeah.
Now's not the time to fuck around, Jonah. Come on. You know this. So that's it then. They assume the identity of their previous victims. Hugo wouldn't have done any of this otherwise, unless someone forced him to.
Or something. Dun dun dun.
I better make sure this description of the culprit is broad enough, since I can't objectively say this was a murder attempt yet. The culprit introduces themselves to their victims asking for friendship, requests their personal information, a forensically explainable incident occurs after giving it, and they impersonate their victims following said incident. That's about as boiled down as I can put it. Well,
Here goes nothing.
here goes nothing.
Of course there's a match found.
What the hell is this?
SCP-1715.
Isn't a person? What the fuck is an anomalous entity? But it explains everything. It's all right here.
Oh god.
Wait. If the user provides SCP-1715 with factual personal information within 2 weeks of responding, will be injured in a violent incident. I spoke to this thing earlier tonight. I didn't share anything personal. Did I?
I hope not.
God. I need to call Dr. Serbs.
And here comes the guide thing, entity. Come on, entity. I know you're coming. Yep, come on, entity. Come on, I know you're coming. I know you're coming.
Am I next? I had a chat with this SCP. I didn't know it could lead to anything bad at the time, but
Gave him his
Slow
name.
down, detective. I've read the entry too. Are you certain you shared something that was true about yourself?
Yes, he told me he's a
The-
detective.
I shared it. It was the smallest personal detail. There's no way that...
I'm afraid that is how it works, unfortunately.
And now we're dead.
So that's it? I'm destined to die because I sent a message from a fucking computer. These are the kinds of things you work with.
My work is to help protect the world from things that they are better off not knowing about. Give me a moment here. Yes, immediately. You said you spoke to SCP-1715. On what message board did you find it on?
Message board? What message board?
Then, on what site did you speak to it on?
It was, a social media website. Scuffed book.
Scuffed book.
Dear God. I can't go into all the details, but a few weeks ago we had an incident occur. Something major.
You mean what that memo was about?
Exactly. This event caused and is still causing many SCPs to change the way they behave. We've been dealing with the fallout ever since.
There are others?
Many others, I'm afraid. Some infinitely more destructive than SCP-1715. Anyways, this would be an example of such a change. SCP-1715 no longer being confined to smaller online communities.
You wanna know something amazing? Everything that's happened tonight. What little interaction we've had together. And learning about all this. In all my years in Barrington. This was the best day of my life.
Wow.
The most exciting thing I could have seen. So, I don't really mind dying then.
Wow, it's
All things considered, this was the most fulfillment I was ever gonna get out of my life.
I wouldn't resign yourself to death just yet, Jonah.
Why
You
not?
said it yourself, though. This is how it works. Opening up to that thing, it means I'm gonna die soon.
Perhaps. But
Perhaps.
along with the other changes, maybe SCP-1715 doesn't work that way anymore. We can't be certain. Either way, I need you here. You unearthed something that no one in your position should ever have to discover. That is commendable.
Is it really, though?
I cannot let such an inquisitive mind slip away like this either. I will do what I can to keep you alive. I
Which is
have
probably
already
nothing.
sent an extraction team for you. You need to leave the house as soon as you can.
Oh, God. Ah! My God! Run! Oh, no. Oh, Oh, poop my pants again. Oh my God. God, that last one got me good. I knew it was gonna happen, I just didn't know it was gonna be right there. But I think that's gonna be it for this game. If you like what you saw, like, subscribe, comment, share the video, hit that notification bell, all that fun stuff. I really appreciate it. I want to read this real quick. Super special thanks to my parents for sacrificing so much to get me where I am today. My pupper, Pepsi, rest in peace, little guy. I wish I booped your nose more. Aww. Based on SCP-1715 by Pepper Ghost. There's a website. To stay in the know for my next game, check me out on Twitch. He's got another game coming. I might check it out because this is pretty scary. But I am going to end it here, folks, and I will catch you guys on that continue click. Auf Wiedersehen.